So I wanted to focus on the handout. Oh, yes. Does anybody have any questions or anything that you may want to share about, the liturgy of the Word and how it may speak to you, and any thoughts, comments?
I noticed that the other denominations of churches, other than Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
Do they recognize when they drink the wine? It's not wine, it's the blood of Christ.
Correct. That's
and the
true.
bread is the body of Christ.
This point that Sue brings up, and I'll reiterate what she said, is our tenet of our faith, one of the tenets of our faith, and it is a bedrock to what we believe, is that during the Mass, once the priest consecrates the bread into the body of Christ and the wine into the blood of Christ, we believe this truly turns to the body of Christ and the blood of Christ. That God has transformed these living beings to be part of us. This is a huge tenet of our faith. And if you were to attend a Baptist Mass, for example, and I've done that, they've actually, it's beautiful how they have very sanitary little cups in trays, and they will pass it around during their offertory and during their communion. And but they believe that it is a symbol. It is a symbol of the blood of Christ, and the bread is a symbol of the body of Christ. But we truly believe in the Catholic faith, and that's a very discerning difference, and defining difference, is that we believe that it's truly the blood of Christ, and the bread becomes the body.
Can I mention something?
Yes.
On the EWTN?
Yes.
They talked about Eucharistic miracle.
Mm-hmm.
This priest found a host in the back of the church, and he had to put in water to dissolve it because they can't just dispose of it. And the water started to turn red. And so he sent it to a lab, and he found out that it was heart muscle and AB blood. And the scientist, who was an atheist, he became a Catholic because of the miracle.
Praise the Lord.
And there's lots of Eucharistic miracles.
There are a lot of Eucharistic miracles. I read this one, and I wish I had it. I had the story, but there are a number of Eucharistic miracles that had occurred in Korea, where there's a very faithful Catholic there, and she attends Mass, and she receives it by tongue, and the body of Christ became flesh on her tongue, and is the most amazing. And there's pictures of it on the internet, and it's transforming. I think one of the anchors to our faith are these visual miracles that we see, that I think God continuously shows, and also I find the saints are part of those anchors as well. If we ever feel lost, for me, I always reach out to Padre Pio. That's one of our favorites. And he was most known for the quote, pray, hope, and don't worry. And I think, in this day and age, we truly need to just pray and hope and not worry so much. So, one thing that I have are these handouts each week, and I have a saint spotlight. The first one is Saint Bonaventure, and he says, "The wonders of the Mass are as many as there are stars in the heavens and grains of sand in the seashores of the world." And to me, this is such a beautiful concept of the little gifts that we see in the Mass. And, going back to sermon versus homily, you know, I feel that, oh, okay.